What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Weezyville. 25 days till Christmas. Day 7. Oh yeah. Now today we got 15 biggest snowmen and snow creations.
People work together to build some of the largest snow creations imaginable.
A snow whale.
That will surely put your snowmen to shame. So join me as we take a
Goddamn, yeah, I've already seen like fucking 4 or 5 that already put my snowmen to shame that I've built over the fucking years. I mean, damn.
look at the top 15 biggest snowmen and snow
an octopus?
creations.
A fish?
Number 15.
Bro, shout out the top 5s.
Let's start with the tallest snow woman ever made, named Olympia, after ex-Senator Olympia Snow. We can only hope that this tribute from the people of Bethel, Maine in the United States was based purely on the senator's surname.
Bro, they were building this bitch with a crane, bruh. What the hell? Ain't no damn way y'all building a motherfucking snowman with a crane, bro. What the world?
And not on her personal appearance. Given that Olympia was built using 13 million pounds of snow, was 122 feet and 1 inch tall.
13 million pounds of snow. Holy shit.
Had pine trees for arms and 16 skis acting as her eyelashes. You'd think that it's probably not the most flattering representation.
She got tires for buttons, bro. What the hell?
And if you really were that massive, then people would be far too terrified.
Holy shit,
not
and
to
trees
vote
for
you.
hands.
Olympia is only 30 feet shorter than the Statue of Liberty. That's without taking Lady Liberty's base into account. But either way, she's
What? Bro, that's a massive fucking snow creation. Holy shit.
still a staggering height for the average snowman.
Oh, snowman.
Woman. It's also an incredible achievement for a small town to build something of that scale, especially out of something as unreliable as snow. But then the 2,400 residents of Bethel are no strangers to creating huge snow beings. When it comes to snowmen, this is not their first rodeo. Olympia may have set the record for the tallest snow woman, but the good folks of Bethel were only breaking their very own unbeatable record because they were so sick of waiting around for someone else to do it. Their previous record-holding snowman, built in 1999, was known as Angus, King of the Mountain, and we can only assume he was also named by the local residents. Otherwise, that snowman had one serious ego. Luckily, it wasn't long until Angus was knocked off his pedestal, and the beautiful Olympia was the result. Number 14. Walvis the Whale. While their creations might not be as huge as some of the other entries on this list, the Bartz brothers of New Brighton, Minnesota deserve special mention. Or several special mentions in this case. Our first example from the stunning snow
that is just
Boston Connor.
That is just like unreal as fuck. Like, bro, a whale? Y'all built a fucking whale out of snow. Like, bro, that is like some fucking Leonardo DiCaprio shit. Like,
and Trevor Bartz is Walvis the Whale, a 22-foot-tall sea-dwelling snow mammal, complete with a working blowhole, which is just the latest of the Bartz brothers' many annual snow sculptures. Walvis almost never made it to his New Year's Day unveiling, however, due to a post-Christmas storm.
What the fuck,
the brothers
bro?
frantically covering Walvis with a tarp and reconstructing it with only days to go. It sounds pretty stressful, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Like
that is.
Of an
Holy
incredibly
shit.
tense hospital drama where a critically ill whale gets wheeled into an operating theater with only minutes to live until 3 gifted snow surgeons get to work with their scalpels.
Wow.
Well, luckily Walvis was saved, and the visitors who came to see him were none the wiser, paying $25 for a photo with his steam-spouting blowhole, and raising thousands of dollars for charities supplying clean water to remote districts in Niger and Uganda.
W, bro, W.
Okay, so Walvis might not be the most famous whale ever, like Moby Dick, or the one who ate Jonah, but we can certainly be sure he's the whale who's done the most for charity.
That's fucking awesome. That's beautiful, bro. Like, bro. By far, I don't think nothing tops this snow creation for me, just because of also what it done for charity-wise and all the charities it had went out to. Like, that's fucking awesome, and that's fucking beautiful, bro. Like.
Number 13. World's Tallest Snowman. As we mentioned in our first entry, the people of Bethel, Maine were so tired of the lack of competition that they decided to beat their own record. Well, as it turns out, they wouldn't have had to wait too much longer. No sooner had Olympia moved on to her next life as a massive puddle in the middle of town than her crown was unceremoniously ripped away from her by an Austrian snowman called Rizi. Now, this is obviously a relatively understated name, especially when you compare it to Olympia's big-headed predecessor, Angus, King of the Mountain. But apart from his modest moniker, there's absolutely nothing modest about this insanely huge snowman. Built in Donnersbachwald in the central Austrian ski region, this Guinness World Record holder stands a gigantic 37.2 meters tall, and you can tell just by looking at this quiet, confident snow guy that he doesn't need to call himself king of the mountain, because he clearly already knows he's king of the world. Reisi was brought into this world after a 40-day building project by 52-year-old caretaker Gerhard Pier and ski lift manager Erwin Petz, who celebrated their world record confirmation by setting off fireworks. Luckily, this was nowhere near Reisi, otherwise I'm sure he would have had a very concerned look on his face.
Yeah, no doubt.
Number 12, Sea Turtle. At
bro,
number 12,
that's all right, bro. What the fuck,
from
bro?
the Bartz brothers. This
How are
time
people
with
doing
their
this?
Impressive sea
How are people doing this, bro? Like, I swear, bro. I can draw, but damn, I can't sculpt a snow sculpture like this. I mean, damn.
Turtle, which they unveiled back in 2019. All of the Bartz brothers' creations are located in their front yard, and this impressive 12-foot-tall turtle was no different. With the Bartz brothers' self-confessed crazy uncle
shout out to
Dick
them,
Bartz
bro.
on
Holy
hand to work
shit,
the
that's
crowds when
fucking
it was
awesome.
finally unveiled. Wearing a red and white striped hat and showing visitors towards the donations box in an enthusiastic and theatrical manner.
Bro, the process of them building that's fucking awesome, bro. Shout out to these three, bro.
Uncle Dick
That's
clearly is
fucking
a bit of a
nuts.
showman, which is no bad thing when it comes to trying to promote the
Bruh.
brothers' snow sculptures.
And the fact that they was able to like get his scales and shit made too, bro, that's even wilder, bro. Like I swear that this is impressive as fuck.
And whatever their chosen charity might be that year. This was the same uncle who was responsible for the steam issuing from Walvis the whale's blowhole, so he clearly needs to be given some credit when it comes to the fundraising side of things.
Nah, dead
This
fucking
sea turtle,
ass,
for example,
bro.
ultimately brought in
Bro, dude
$30,000.
needs his credit, bro, from building these, and then all the money it's made from it is going to charity. Like, bro, that's fucking awesome, bro.
$824.
The three
so
brothers,
crazy
bro.
Uncle Dick
Honestly,
isn't so crazy after all.
yeah, for real.
Number 11, 2019 Ice Snowmen.
Damn,
At first, this might look like the start of a snowman revolution. Just look at it.
Bro,
it's like
facts.
snowmen from all over the world decided they'd finally had enough of being stood outside every year, never being invited inside to join in the celebrations, constantly having carrots thrust into various rude and embarrassing places, and eventually just ignored as they melted away.
stuck carrots in rude and embarrassing places. Come on, pal.
And so they decided to join forces and take their revenge on humankind. But
Aw,
no, don't
shit.
worry, this incredible sight is not an indication that the world is
They go hit the blizzard almighty bush.
This is purely a creation to celebrate the new year at the 2019 Harbin International Ice and Snow Festival. That's right, it was the year 2019. So what did the organizers decide to do?
The almighty
Construct
blizzard.
2019 snowmen on a frozen river. This must have taken a lot of manual labor and a lot of man hours, so you'd think you
Yeah,
had to pay
for
a
real.
hefty ticket price to see them. But no, although the entrance to the festival was $48,
Do you want to build a
2019 snowmen
snowman?
cost nothing.
It doesn't have to be a snowman. Okay, boy.
So members of the public could examine the wide variety of snow people on offer without having to pay a single penny. That's right, it was completely free, unlike these horribly oppressed snowmen, of course.
Yo, that's fire, bro. Is that like a clown snowman? Yo, facts. This shit is fire, but at the same time, I don't like clowns.
Number 10, Octavius the Octopus. It's the Bartz brothers again, this time
Yo, bro, the Bart's with this, bro. They have like 3 top 50, bro. They have 3 spots on here, bro. And I bet you it's another charity
Octavius
one,
the
bro.
Octopus, who was
So,
18
again,
feet
fire
tall,
as shit.
35 feet wide, and took the brothers to
Bro, what the hell? Look at this.
was 18 feet tall,
They literally have a whole, you walk under the damn octopus arm, bro. What the fuck? That is awesome as shit, bro.
35 feet wide, and took the brothers 2 weeks of 12-hour working days to complete. Officially unveiled back in 2016, the octopus sculpture was named Octavius by their Facebook fans, and you may have noticed that there's a sea life theme running through all of the Bartz brothers' work. This is because the inspiration to start their annual snow sculptures was sparked by a trip to Florida, during which they were blown away by the beauty and variety of marine life on offer, and possibly even available on the local menus, although they never commented on this. After all, the image of Octavius being eaten by his creators is horrific enough to make you avoid seafood for the rest of your life. But ever since, their sea life-based snow sculptures have become an annual tradition, raising a lot of money for various charities in the process, and it's certainly worth all the time and effort.
That's
With the
awesome,
thousands
bro.
of visitors the Bartz brothers receive, Octavius managed to raise a lot of vital money for the people of Haiti. Who would have thought an octopus could be such an incredible humanitarian?
That's awesome, bro.
Number 9. The Earth and the Future of Our Children. Featuring the Eiffel Tower, the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Bro, what the fuck, dude? This is so insane that people can build snow shit like this. Like, it's blowing my mind.
And Big Ben. This sculpture clearly aims to have an international flavor, the idea being to bring various countries and nationalities and cultures together, and to celebrate our differences. On the other hand, it could just be a sculpture of the Las Vegas Strip, featuring its many gimmicky hotels, but based on its name, we're going to assume the first option is more likely. The Earth and the Future of Our Children also features 2 huge children hugging the globe of the Earth, so it's pretty easy to surmise what this sculpture is all about. This impressive creation was featured in Japan's Sapporo Snow Festival back in 2008, an event which started in a much smaller way in the 1950s. Until 1955, when some members of the Japanese Self-Defense Forces decided to go completely over the top and construct an enormous sculpture that even Goliath would struggle to build.
Since then, that's
snow
crazy.
enthusiasts have been following in their footsteps every single year, with around 2 million people visiting the festival to see how much bigger and better and more bonkers these snow sculptures can get as time goes on.
Damn.
Number 8. Finnegan the Fish. Our final entry for Snow Legends, the Bartz Brothers, is Finnegan the Fish.
Oh shit, bro. They've had, what, 4 on here? That's crazy.
Over 350 hours to complete, and was once again named by their Facebook fans, with Finnegan narrowly beating the name Matzi into second place.
Damn.
And I think that was probably a good choice. After all, Matzi the Fish just doesn't have the same
fucking
ring to it.
crazy. Look at that
Matzi
shit.
the Monkey maybe, or Matzi the Manatee, but Finnegan the Fish just rolls off the tongue better. Fans of the brothers on social media not only get to name their creations, however, but also get to see the painstaking process they go through every year. For example, for more detailed work, the brothers need to haul the snow into their garage and heat it to around 80 degrees, which makes it easy to form into various intricate shapes.
Really?
Although maybe easy isn't the right word to use here. There's nothing easy about sculpting marine life out of frozen water.
No.
On the other hand, this very skill did enable the brothers to raise money for people with no clean water at all, as the funds went straight to a charity who supplied drinking water to the people of Malawi and Africa. What a great group of people.
Bro, fucking W, bro. That is so just like, bro, that is something I've always wanted to be able to do, is like go back out and give to like places that don't have food and water and like clothes and shit like that. But I love fucking seeing shit like that, bro.
The
Love
Bartz
seeing
brothers.
it, bro. W the
salute
Bartz
you.
brothers, bro.
Number 7. Snow Wars.
Fucking Darth Vader, bro. What is that, bro? You know, honestly, the Bartz brothers shit really has me, and it has my number 1, bro. Cannot take it, but this has my number 2, bro. What the fuck? Stormtroopers, the fucking Death Star in the back, bro. We got Darth Vader, bro. Snow Darth Vader, that Snow Vader. What the fuck, bro? That is nuts.
You'd think that if Disney was gonna sponsor a sculpture at the 2015 Sapporo Snow Festival, then Snow White would be a good bet, or Frozen, or the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Nah, fuck them,
But
bro.
no, Disney instead chose to sponsor this massive
Yo.
snow creation, featuring a
Yo.
huge Darth Vader head and several
Yo.
angry-looking stormtroopers. Luke Skywalker would take one look at this and chop his own hand off with a lightsaber, and then retire from being a Jedi Knight immediately. But then there was a very
For
specific
real.
commercial
Nah,
reason
that
for
is
Disney
so
going
cool, bro. What? Nah, I honestly might find this on the internet and make this my wallpaper for Christmas, bro. This is crazy.
over to the dark side. They weren't simply being charitable by sponsoring a part of the festival. No, this was purely a marketing device to promote an upcoming Star Wars film. As we mentioned earlier, the Japanese military have been a part of the festival since 1955, and this sculpture was no different, being built by the Japan Ground Self-Defense Force over a month-long period,
Wow.
using bulldozers and a variety of other specialist equipment. The finished sculpture was officially given the thumbs up by Lucasfilms, so perhaps it's only a matter of time until other filmmakers start publicizing their new movies with snow.
Wow,
Martin Scorsese,
that's
perhaps,
crazy.
or how about Tarantino? Okay, maybe not. Number 6. Relics of Egypt.
Yo!
When the kings of Egypt were designing their various tombs and monuments, they could have never imagined that they'd be recreated thousands of years later in a land they probably never heard of, using a substance they'd almost certainly never heard of.
For
In common
real.
with so many entries on our list is yet another creation from the Sapporo Snow Festival, because, well, they're just so good. The Sapporo Snow Festival is basically like an all-you-can-eat buffet.
That's
of massive
awesome
snow
as shit,
sculptures,
dude.
so
Holy
it would be almost
freak,
impossible
yo.
to make this list without mentioning them several times. This 2008 creation features the Great Pyramid of Giza and the Sphinx, along with those famous statues
that's
of Ramses
awesome.
II. And although these facsimiles of the great wonders of the world would melt before they even got anywhere near Egypt, we feel sure that even Tutankhamun's mummy would give them his approval. Number 5. Snow Sculpture of Nagoya Castle.
What the
incredibly
hell?
detailed sculpture of the Nagoya Castle
Dude,
was
this is like just nutty, bro. Holy like I can't even imagine what the number one spot is.
display during the 2005 Sapporo Snow Festival.
That is
Although
crazy
the
as
original Nagoya
shit.
Castle goes back just a little bit further than that. Constructed
Wow,
in
and it looks
1612
just
during
like
the
that
Edo
fucking
period,
shit, bro. Oh my
sometimes known
gosh.
as the Golden Castle. Nagoya Castle was the heart of Nagoya-juku, one of the most important castle towns in Japan. So from a Japanese perspective, the time and effort spent in constructing this impressive snow version of it is well worth it.
Bro,
The original castle
for real
was destroyed
though, like
during the
what?
bombing of Nagoya in World War II, and the current castle has been undergoing reconstruction ever since 1957. So although this snow-based version was never going to last anywhere near as long as the real one, that doesn't make it any less impressive. It may not stand up to an intense bombing raid or even a particularly hot summer, but then snow's not quite as reliable as bricks and mortar. So
Nah,
I think we can all
deadass.
agree that it's truly an outstanding achievement.
Yeah, that is.
Number 4, 117-meter-long sculpture at the Harbin Festival.
Bro, what the
Our
hell?
next entry is from another huge festival, the Harbin International Ice and Snow Festival, which takes place annually in Harbin, Heilongjiang, China. The theme of the festival changes each year, and in 2014, when this sculpture was featured, the slightly confusing sounding theme was Global Ice and Snow Dream World Cartoon Tour. Now, we're not entirely sure what that means, and we're sure we weren't the only ones. But
Bro,
luckily for
what
the
the
Harbin
shit?
Festival, somebody's imagination conjured this epic 117-meter-long creation.
I
Sometimes
just
referred to
I might have
as
lost
the
that words for that
Windswept
too.
Woman, this
Bro.
incredible sculpture was one of the highlights of 2014. And although it certainly doesn't resemble any
And they have a
cartoon
sled
you've ever
area.
seen,
Oh my
it definitely has
gosh.
a mysterious, dreamlike quality to it.
Man,
So
that
what's
looks
woman
so
doing?
fucking fun.
Is she waving to us? Is she explaining something? Is she
Bro.
swatting a fly? And where is she? In the middle of a rough sea? Sitting in a bath of whipped cream? It's very strange, but equally breathtaking. It was also in 2014 that the festival started with an
Alvin
ice
the
swimming
Chipmunks.
competition, in which 500 lunatics decide to dive headfirst into pools carved into the ice, which makes the decision to sculpt something this big look positively sane. Number 3. Snow Tomb of Itmad Udala.
What?
Guess what? We're back at the Sapporo Festival
A
again.
snow tomb?
This one is from the 65th anniversary of the event, back in 2014, when sculptors decided to recreate this well-known Indian landmark. Built in the 1620s and often described as the Baby Taj,
They built
the
that?
tomb of Itmad Udala is often considered to be a first draft of the famous Taj Mahal. And based on what we've seen so far, it's highly likely that someone somewhere has attempted to build a snow model of the Taj as well.
Bro.
This sculpture clearly pays a magnificent tribute to the real tomb of Itmad Udala. Although, let's be honest, you probably wouldn't want your tomb to be made out of snow, especially if you lived in India.
That's
It would
crazy.
last as long as an ice cream on a sunny day. As amazing as this snow tomb looked in the daylight, the organizers of the festival still wanted more, and so animations were also projected onto the sculpture at night, making the tomb look strangely alive and less
Wow.
like a snow sculpture than a living, breathing version of the tomb itself.
For
What's
real?
next?
That's
A
crazy.
fully flowing version of the Ganges made entirely of individual snowflakes? It clearly wouldn't be out of the question.
Dude, yeah, that is crazy.
Number 2, Dragon Castle. Yes,
Dragon
it's another
Castle?
snow-based festival, and yet again,
Yo,
it's
that's
in Japan.
Fucking
After
crazy.
the Sapporo Snow Festival, the Asahikawa Winter Festival is the second largest in Hokkaido. And as they both occur in February, visitors can go to both if they're willing to take an 80-minute train ride.
The Transformer
Dragon's
shit
Castle
on there,
was
bro.
featured in the 2004 Asahikawa Winter Festival and is
That's
officially one of
nutty.
the largest snow sculptures ever built.
The tail coming
In
out
fact,
the
it was not
door.
only incredibly large, but also incredibly sturdy. So much so that members of the public were allowed to walk on it. Can you imagine that? Would you even want to walk on this knowing it's made of snow? Would you be willing to risk an avalanche? Well, it's also tradition for one of the sculptures at Asahikawa to be made into a stage for music and other performances. And we're not sure if this one was chosen, but wouldn't that have been awesome? Imagine all the incredible artists who could play on a stage like this. It'd be visually stunning, as long as there were no pyrotechnics involved.
That shit is crazy.
Number 1, romantic feelings.
What?
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the largest snow sculpture ever created. The prize goes to China and the Harbin International Ice and Snow Festival for this overwhelmingly huge and magnificent creation. The title of this immense piece of snow art is Romantic Feelings. A 150
Look at the hair
foot high,
design on that on that crazy ass shit. Oh my god, bro. How the hell do they do that shit, bro?
6-foot-long monster of a sculpture, made by joining 15-foot square blocks of ice and snow taken from the nearby Songhua River. With an incredible collection of Russian cathedrals, French churches, Chinese palaces, and an ice acropolis.
How the fuck they do that in
the
the time that snow is still around, bro? Like, that just seems crazy to me.
Festival from
Like,
around
what?
the world, but also employed the talents of 600 sculptors from 40 different
I mean,
countries.
I don't know how much it
to work on
snows
its
down there or how long it
120,000
lasts
cubic
down
feet
there,
of
but
snow and
damn.
ice. In other words,
Where
it
I
truly
live,
does
shit, we
represent
don't
the
get any
coming
snow.
together of human beings everywhere. At night, the sculpture was lit by a dazzling array of lanterns.
It get
not to
cold as
mention
fuck, but shit, we
lasers,
don't see
and a
no snow.
display that won't be forgotten soon by any visitors who were lucky enough to witness it. Even though the sculpture itself, like all the works on this list, is now likely nothing more than a puddle. Watch our binge.
Damn, that's like nuts as fuck, bro. Like, honestly, like I feel like the Barts should have honestly had the top 4s, bro. Like the top 4 spots, because those were just, they were really fucking good and detailed really fucking well, and just what they did charity wise, like that shit should have been top 4. It's top 4 for me, and then I put everything down, you know, below that shit, because bro, like those honestly blew me out of the water more than those kind of did, for real, for real. This was today's video, guys. I hope you liked it. Like, subscribe, comment, turn on that notification bell, and I will see you all for day 8 of Weezyville 25 Days of Christmas. Bye.